His release comes a week after Brittany Griner was freed in another prisoner swap.
And amid the fanfare of Griner's release, family and supporters of Mark Fogel say the Biden administration remains silent on his imprisonment.
He is the teacher from Oakmont serving a 14-year sentence in a Russian penal colony. But as KDKA investigator Andy Sheehan reports, the U.S. government has yet to designate him as being wrongfully detained, nor has it confirmed that it's working to get him out.
Well, the family is distressed, and Senator Bob Casey tells me he's frustrated by the apparent inaction on the part of the Biden administration in trying to secure the release of Mark Fogel.
It's like he doesn't exist. Yeah. And I don't think that's fair.
Mark Fogel's mother can't understand why. Why, after 15 months in prison, the U.S. government still isn't doing more to get her son home. Like Brittany Griner, Fogel was convicted of possessing a small amount of medical marijuana. But unlike the now-released basketball star, the U.S. State Department is reluctant to speak about his detainment or classify him as being wrongfully detained.
I think the most important thing is to get him designated as wrongfully detained, because it seems to me that that's what has to be done first. But they haven't done it yet. And why, I don't know.
Have you gotten any answers from the State Department?
Plenty, but I've certainly gotten answers, but I'm not satisfied at all with where the administration has been on this.
The Biden administration is also actively working to release former Marine Paul Whelan, whom it is also designated as being wrongfully detained by the Russian government. But in his direct talks with the White House and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, Senator Bob Casey says he can't get a straight answer as to why Mark Fogel hasn't been given that status.
He's a political pawn, as simple as that. I think his case certainly meets the statutory criteria for so-called wrongfully detained. They've had this case for a long time. And so I'm very concerned about the fact that that determination has not yet been made.
It's very distressing. It's very distressing. It's disappointing.
In an email to KDKA, the State Department would only confirm it's monitoring Fogel's situation. And in interviews in recent days, Biden administration officials were reluctant to discuss the case, saying it's still under review. The family attorney says that's hard to fathom.
He's been locked up now since August of 2021. So I don't know what more information they could be looking to get in order to make this determination.
And while praising Griner's release, Senator Casey says he still can't understand why the administration isn't openly pursuing Fogel's freedom, calling it a mystery.
I'm very happy that Brittany Griner's home. It was a great effort by the administration. Mr. Whelan as well, they're working on that case. But we need time and attention on Mark Fogel's case, and I'm not seeing nearly enough attention paid to his case by the administration.
Now, Senator Casey says he's hopeful this silence on the part of the administration is a strategy to secure Mark Fogel's release. But he says he hasn't been told what that might be and says he'll keep pushing for transparency and action. Andy Sheehan, KDKA News.